Welcome back, guys. This is Alcoholic Endeavors, and today we are going to be making the maple syrup. Now, this is another Stumpy recipe, and unfortunately I am running out of Stumpy recipes, and there's not much I can do about that. Recheck back to the tribute shot, and you'll know. God, he was just... Some of the drinks he made was ridiculous. But he made them work, and I wish I remembered a lot of them. I really do. Anyways, let's, before we go on to a sad note, let's just get into this. Basically, if you ever wanted to drink maple syrup, but don't want to actually drink maple syrup, but drink an alcoholic drink of maple syrup, this is probably the way to go. So, what you'll need is a Knob Creek smoked maple, or any type of, bourbon. Is this bourbon? Pretty sure, yeah. Bourbon, like a maple bourbon of some sort. You'll need root beer schnapps. You'll need a whipped cream vodka. You might be able to get away with a whipped cream liqueur or just whipped cream in general. I'm not 100% sure, but you can definitely try it if you want to. You could probably get away with infusing whipped cream with vodka and doing it that way. I'm not entirely sure. That's something that I would have to experiment. And you will also need a root beer of some sort. I'm just using a regular Great Value root beer. Now, when we made this, it was an A&W root beer, I believe. Sugar-free, I'm almost positive. But we're going to go with a regular root beer, and we're going to go from there. So, unfortunately, the way I wrote down this recipe is probably when I was really drunk. All I wrote next to it was 1, 2, and 1s, and when there wasn't any of those numbers in there, it was just blank with the name root beer, for instance. So I'm going to assume an ounce. This is going to be probably a horrible idea. I think it's supposed to be shots, which I think shots... Does shots... Maybe. We're going to go for ounces. So, let's just go ahead and get down into making this. You'll need 1 ounce of your Knob Creek smoked maple. You'll need 2 ounces of your root beer schnapps, or liqueur that you might choose. You might be able to make your own. 1 ounce of your whipped cream vodka, or liqueur if you choose. I would probably go with something that's not super potent on that one, but I guess just play with it and see how it goes. And about a half a can of your root beer. Now, that was exactly a half a can too. Perfect. And now we're going to mix it up very gently, because we'll probably end up spilling it all over the bar. Alright, now we're back. We've mixed this up quite a bit. Let's go ahead and try it out. I think I only mixed it for another like 10 seconds, maybe 5 seconds, 7 seconds, somewhere around between 5 and 10 seconds, when I ended up cutting it and saying, alright, I'll be back with you guys. So let's try it. It generally tastes like a maple syrup. It might go better, and just on my personal opinion, it might go better with different types of root beers. A&W, for an instance, I remember briefly that it tasted a lot better with A&W root beer than it does with the Great Value root beer. Mostly what I taste is root beer into maple syrup from the Knob Creek. And the whipped cream's there just to add that little... It's just... How do I want to word this? Hold on. Whipped cream's there to add a sweetness, adds a little bit of... it's pretty much just there for sweetness. It adds a vanilla flavoring to a certain point. I know that's not really what whipped cream is, but it's like a vanilla flavor at least from this vodka. That's what it tastes like. It's like a vanilla flavor that adds to the root beer. And then the smoked maple just kind of helps it along to basically taste like maple syrup. Now, would I actually drink this all the time? I'm gonna still say, to this day, no. I like maple syrup, but I don't like it that much. Now, if I could describe what type of maple syrup, I wouldn't say it's like absolutely fresh, off the tap maple syrup from the trees, like the Amish people do, which their maple syrup is fucking amazing. But I've always watched them do it because across the road from me, there's an Amish house there, and they put up tree taps everywhere for making maple syrup, and their shit is really good. Well, yeah, this drink is more artificial. Kind of more of an artificial syrup, but not as artificial as some syrups are. You would have to try it to know what I'm talking about. Overall, it is a really good drink. Stumpy outdid himself. That bastard was supposed to make me more fucking drinks. I love that guy. Anyways, sorry to make this onto a sad note. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope to see you next time.